So I'm here presenting Medyria. Medyria, we are solving the problem of 112 million people that every year are suffering from angina pectoris. Angina pectoris is a serious disease that can evolve in myocardial infarction and must be investigated with angiography. Angiography is a diagnostic procedure, and if you take 100 patients going into angiography, 50% they will have an obstructive disease that today guidelines says that shall be investigated with FFR, fractional flow reserve. It is a pressure measurement. But then the other 50% they will have a clean artery, so a negative angiography. The clean artery also can hide a disease which is called INOCA, so it's still an ischemia with non-obstructed coronary arteries, and this shall be investigated with flow, so deriving a coronary flow reserve, and with microvascular resistance, which is the quintessential measurement for INOCA. If we look from the patient eligibility and for the market size, today FFR is practiced in more or less 11% of the patient. So if you look at the 4 million angiographies, it's a tiny piece of the cake, but still gives a $1 billion market value. If we expand from the coronary artery disease to the INOCA, to the full patient, then we can serve 100% of the patient. We can help 100% of the patient. So 4 million angiographies in US and Europe every year. And that's why we have developed the PyCath, the physiology catheter, for truly full physiological assessment. How is it composed, the PyCath? You have a microcatheter with our proprietary blood flow velocity sensor and a pressure sensor. So we can measure FFR, so all the pressure-based indexes, also hyperemic and non-hyperemic. We can measure coronary flow reserve, and we can measure microvascular resistance. Without using dye, without doing thermodilution, without using bulky pump to generate flow, we just insert the catheter and we measure, as simple as you see here. We will need very little training for this operation, and the measurement is direct and immediate. We have also a component of machine learning algorithm, artificial intelligence, to get the best ever measurement, and independencies from the user. So the user, even if it is not well trained, if it's not capable, is going to make a very good measurement. Our positioning. So today there are 7, 8, and more to come companies working only in coronary artery disease. They only offer FFR measurement. The need of the market is to offer FFR and blood flow velocity based measurement, and this is what we want to serve. Abbott and Philips today, they are the only two suppliers on the market with this type of solution, but we want to position the PyCath of Medyria as the best in class, the easiest to use device that will actually trigger the adoption and trigger the patient benefit for this type of diagnosis. If you compare the PyCath measurement with the thermodilution on the right and the Philips measurement, we are the most accurate. Thermodilution has a problem of repeatability because you need to inject the dye using a bolus thermodilution, which creates variability in the measurement. The Philips device, it is a bit better, but is impossible to be used. Only 4 cardiologists in the planet are able to use the Philips device, while Medyria is very easy to use, and we have a 6% variability in the measurement, which will be the best in class. The market that we are addressing, there are the 4 million procedures in Europe and US, which will give almost a $5 billion market. But if you go worldwide, it's much bigger. We're talking about 10 million angiographies performed every year. Our path, we're going through a 510K clearance type. We have already a pre-submission meeting done with the FDA, in which we agreed and we have identified the predicate device, and we are fully financed to arrive to that point. Before the clearance, we're going to perform a first human study just to prove the advantage of using our device. And then we're going to, after the FDA approval, we're going to roll out the sales in the US, we're going to tackle Europe, and we're going to go global expansion. And for doing this, we have opened a fundraising for 9 million euros. The technology is patented. We have 5 patent families covering the technology. and are all based on our technology, which is the blood flow velocity measurement and the integration of this technology in different medical devices. The exit strategy is a full acquisition by a global strategic company, which is active or non-active in interventional cardiology, so would like to use the PyCath to enter in this world growing market of interventional cardiology. We're backed up by a super top management team and engineers that are fully dedicated to working in the company, a very premium top board of directors and very strong and motivated advisory board, and you could recognize some of the really true KOL of the physiology, or the cardiac physiology in this world. So we're committed to improve patient outcome. I want to thank you for your attention, and I still have 2 minutes that I want to give you for question, if there is any. And here is the device, actually. We have here a sample. If you want to know more, just come and talk to me, and then we can talk about it. Please.
Yeah. So there are obviously other people doing pressure and flow rate measurement with optical fibers in cath lab and so on. What would you say is the biggest differentiator of your company? What makes you the best?
Okay, so direct measurement of blood flow velocity is what we are doing. So we don't need, and I would say that Abbott is doing thermodilution, so it's indirect, and the other company doing direct measurement is Philips with the ultrasound device, which they have proven with the combo wire to have a very poor usability. Now there are rumors they are coming out with a new device. Let's see if they are solving the usability problem. And besides those, we are the only one making a direct measurement without doing without needing dye or dilutions.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you for this.